Now you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iWineRadio. iWineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine on the web at iWineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iWineRadio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk Directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iWineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iWineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWine Radio, go to iWineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.
Hi, this is Laurie Schuler-Flynn, partner in Hillstone Olive Oil. I invite you to go to our website at www.hillstoneoliveoil.com, and there you can find several varietals of our extra virgin olive oil, along with some vinegars that make a fine complement to our olive oil, and also some lotions and body butters that have been made from our olive oil. Amy?
This is Amy DelBondio, partners with Laurie in Hillstone Olive Oil. And again, as Laurie said, we invite you to visit our website and check out our products and our award-winning olive oils and other products, as Laurie mentioned.
I don't know if I had this conversation after we finished the recorded interview or if it was during the recorded interview. But remember, a couple of weeks ago, we had the pleasure of meeting Brian DelBondio, president of Markham Vineyard. And he had mentioned that he just was foraging for some mushrooms, and he used a lot of olive oil in cooking. Come to find out, it's his sister's olive oil. And the name of the company is Hillstone Olive Oil out of Yolo, California. And this was basically based on the passion of two friends to start this artisanal olive oil company. And so we have with us today Amy DelBondio and Laurie Schuler-Flynn, and they're talking to us from their office in Yolo. And I thank you so very much. And, just from looking at the picture, I've never been to Yolo, California, ladies, but it looks kind of like it's almost like it's prairie land, and it's kind of roly-poly.
It is. We are nestled back in a little valley called the Denigan Hills in Yolo County. It's pretty special. My family settled in that farm right there that you're looking at in 1869. So it's been in my side of the family for quite a long time.
And where did your family come from, Laurie?
Well, my great-grandparents came from Germany.
Schuler, okay.
That's the Schuler side, and the Italian side is the Boeri side that is on my father's side.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, and then DelBondio, of course, is Italian. And did I read correctly on the website, Amy, that you ladies procured your olive trees from somewhere in the Mediterranean?
Well, originally the olive trees were imported from Europe, and then they were reproduced at a nursery here in California, and this nursery supplies quite a few of the olive growing people in the state, actually.
And do you focus in this olive oil variety called is it Queen? I never know how to pronounce it. Quina or Quina?
It's Arbequina, which is originally from Spain. That's a Spanish variety. And we also grow Koroniki, which is originally from Greece. And the Those two varieties actually do very well here because our climate is very similar to the Mediterranean area in Europe, and we find that they do very well here and make very good olive oil.
So there is a single varietal olive oil from the Arbequina, and then you have a blend of Arbequina and Koroniki, right?
Correct, and we also do 100% Koroniki also.
And so is that the split rock?
No, it's the Rock Hound, and the split rock is a blend between Arbequina and some other olives or olive oil.
Okay.
Kind of a mix or a mission blend type, so that's a different blend.
So whose idea was it? Or, were you two like high school buddies or something? How did you meet? Where did you meet?
We met we both work for the Yolo County Agriculture Department, and we still do today, and so we met there, and we both had similarity with our family backgrounds, and especially our Italian grandmothers, and we both enjoy cooking and eating and listening to their stories. And actually, Laurie's grandmother, I think, spoke to us about her father or parents making olive oil from the olives they would get off the trees in the area here. And we do have a passion for farming and are very obvious. We work with farmers all the time in our job, and we're very interested in farming, and decided after we took a class concerning olive oil production, 10, 12, 15 years ago maybe now. Again, there was a little piece of property on her parents' ranch, and so we kind of made the leap and purchased about 2,000 little trees.
Wow.
That we're only on about 2.5, 3 acres. They're planted in the super high density planting, which is very common these days. And so it's quite a few trees in a small area. So the majority of the trees are the Arbequina variety, and then we have maybe a couple of hundred of the Koroniki variety. So we planted back in 2004, and we had our very first harvest in 2005. We produced just about 30 gallons of oil, but this year we're up to almost. This was our 8th harvest, and we're up to about close to anywhere between 400 and 500 gallons. So.
Well, I'm curious. I mean, who does all that pruning? Do you prune the olive trees every year?
Most of the pruning, we haven't done a lot. We should have. We've been doing it mostly ourselves, actually, and mostly just pruned up the skirts, the bottom parts of the trees. And
okay.
We do have to go in and get going on that, actually, and find the time to.
So if anybody wants to volunteer to help prune olive trees,
right. Right. Well, we spend a lot of our time mowing and pulling weeds and such, and getting prepared for the harvest every year, and so which takes up a lot of time, and so that eventually we will get around to the pruning. Should be done every year, though. So.
What time of year do you harvest the olives?
We harvest in the fall, and actually this year's harvest was mainly on October 31st, and some years it's in November, and I think one year it was actually in the first part of December, and it just depends on the weather, usually.
It's kind of the same as fruit ripening in a vineyard. You have to wait until the right time when you want to have a nice fruity flavored oil that's not too bitter. If you harvest it real early, you're going to get a real bitter oil. So you want to find a balance between the fruit bitterness and that little bit of pungency too. That's always
yummy
of a high quality extra virgin olive oil.
Okay, Laurie, let me ask you. We don't have a lot of time, but I don't want you to totally poo-poo grocery store mass-produced olive oil. But the difference between something that's extra virgin for a 500 liter or liter that's like, $4.99 or $9.99, it's all produced with chemicals for the extraction, versus you have a press that is not using any chemicals, right?
Right. So the difference between, extra virgin olive oil has no defects. It's produced strictly from olives and, gone through a press and pressed and made into extra virgin olive oil, where it would be run through a sensory panel. That's a professional sensory panel that finds no defects, and they find a balance of pungency, fruitiness, and bitterness. And it's also laboratory tested for a battery of parameters. And if those are all found within a certain parameter, then you can call your oil extra virgin. We do belong to the California Olive Oil Council that really promotes putting the seal of extra virgin on the oil after you've run your oil through the test. Unfortunately, as you know, here in the United States, we have a long way to go, and we're working on that. So a lot of the imported oil, that's the very cheap $5.99 oil, is probably substandard oil and is truly not extra virgin if it were to be tested.
So people who are really wanting to get the most bang for their buck as far as health and antioxidants of extra virgin olive oil, whether it's applying to your skin or applying it to your salad, they need to be supporting artisanal producers like Hillstone Olive Oil.
That's correct. Look for the seal of the California Olive Oil Council, and you'll know you're getting extra virgin olive oil.
Ladies, thank you so very much for joining us today on Wine and Dine. We will have links up, and I would like to suggest to listeners that this would make a fantastic gift. Laurie Schuler-Flynn and Amy DelBondio, thank you.
Thank you, Lynn. Pleasure.
Okay, ladies, before you hang up, and I'm going to kind of put it in your lap how you want to handle this, I'd like to get what I'm going to use as the intro in your voices, and I don't know if you want to take turns back and forth or what. Hello, my name is Amy DelBondio. Hello, my name is Laurie Schuler-Flynn. We're co-founders of Hillstone Olive Oil. We, small artisanal producer in Yolo, California. You can learn more about and order our products online at something like that. But I'll give you a minute to think about it, and when you're ready, let me know. I'll cut my mic and record you.
Okay, quick question for you, Lynn.
Yes.
Are you there?
Yes.
Did we get too much into the harvest instead of talking about our oil?
No. That's fine. That's fine. Everything that you said, anything you said would be great, because I really like supporting, like what you're doing, olive oil as much as wine. So. Yeah, I just think it's wonderful that Brian introduced me to the two of you, and I thank you for your time today.
Oh, we thank you. If we forgot to mention the fact, too, we've actually won a Best of Show at the LA International Olive Oil Competition, which was, that was fantastic several years ago.
Why don't you say that in this liner that our olive oil, our extra virgin olive oil, won this award?
I'll let you do most of it, Laurie. You can just introduce us both, and you're a better speaker.
Okay, I'm going to cut my mic, and you can start whenever you're ready.
Okay. We're ready.
Go ahead. Now you can listen to Wine and Dine Radio while shopping at the grocery store or your neighborhood wine merchant. Wine and Dine Radio can be heard using your wireless internet on your cell phone. You're listening to iWineRadio. iWineRadio is a production of Food Tastes Better with Wine, on the web at iWineRadio.com. Hey guys, I thank you for listening to iWineRadio, and we are still the only wine channel on iTunes Radio. If you go look under iTunes radio icon and scroll down to News and Talk directory, and it's listed alphabetically, click on that and the stream comes up immediately. iWineRadio.com, where you can find links to individual guests. And if anyone's interested in advertising or becoming an underwriter or sponsor, please contact us at iWineRadio.com. We really, really appreciate your support. The more support we get, the more conversations I can have with fascinating people around the world, including you. If you have a story to tell that you'd like to share on iWine Radio, go to iWineRadio.com and contact us, and we'll go from there.